people who made Thor's hammer.
Exactly.
So it's going to be.
Could we possibly see some kind of license with Sony and
Thor
and Marvel?
And
you know what I'm saying, dude? That would go nuts.
Well, they already have that. They're sharing Spider-Man, but part of that deal is that Sony can have any character that they want, whether it's a video game or anything.
Or the movie. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, we haven't. I mean, there's going to be some big stuff behind this, and if we see Thor, you know, come up on that screen, that's going to be some shit.
I mean, I've already talked to my subscribers about them possibly having an Ant-Man game for Spider-Man or for Sony.
Yeah. I
wouldn't mind having the Ant-Man type of game. You know what I'm saying? I just
how can you compete against that? How can you compete against something that big?
Right. Yeah, they get that engine right where they can like replicate some stuff like from the movie. You remember like when he turned small and he jumped in that little diorama of the little city?
Yep.
You know, blowing up with the gunshots going. That'd be dope. That's something that could be immersive.
Yep.
Yeah. So that can definitely blow people away. Oh, shit, I ain't no Puerto Rock went live. We live. Nice. He gonna sneak us on live. You savage, bro.
Exactly. So everybody in the chat's laughing when I told them they don't know we're live, and everybody's like, "What?"
Exactly.
Like they don't know we're live. You know, that's, you know what I'm saying? We are speaking the truth up here. I'm like, let them talk shit. And yo, you know that dude I do juegos? Fuck him. I'll be like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man I do juegos. Only hear some truth up in here. Nah. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? But I'm gonna attempt to do that. Just let you know what it is? Y'all guys preach so much truth in conversations when it's just behind the scenes that the audience missed out on so much on what you guys say. So I just activate it and let y'all keep flowing because you guys are already into it. You're talking about it. You're passionate. You know, and you guys preach truth. And the best part about you guys, whether you're on air or off air, you're gonna say the same shit. You guys don't make up shit behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we're saying on air, oh, we love PlayStation, then off air, we're on fucking Xbox Live. And shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how it is.
This is our time. This is Sony's half of the year. It's the Sony month, the PlayStation month, and you know, it's good. You know, running the Xbox crazy right at the end of the year, right before Christmas. So we're gonna give them a great Christmas gift with PlayStation experience, and you know, give them that last boot of the year.
Yeah. What up, Super? I see you, boy. What's going on, bro?
So definitely I want to say, hey, welcome everybody. It's another episode of the 60 Frames No Lag podcast. It's the pre-game awards show special along with the PlayStation Experience special. So it's a great time to have this podcast right before it kicks off. And like Kratos says, almost at the end of the year. But anyway, we're going to go down the line, you know, introduce all the panel members are currently here. More to come, but we're going to start off with my man, top flight security of the world, Craig Harris. What's going on, brother?
What is happening? Glad to be here, Puerto Rock. Thanks for the vine. Again, congrats on the 2000. And it is I, Craig Harris, the Pope of Xbox, in the building tonight with this great panel and ready to chop it up with you all.
All right. And you reached 500, didn't you?
I'm closing in. When I hit 500, I can officially announce tonight. When I hit 500, I will step down from being the Pope, and I will become the Messiah of
the Messiah. That's what's up, man. That's great, man. Your channel's growing, man. That's beautiful, man. Congratulations on what you're doing on your channel. Yes. All right. And of course,
thank you.
What happened?
I said thank you. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. All right. And next up, we got the God of War himself, my man, J-Dub City, the most charitable, gamer that's out on these streets, man. What's going on, brother?
Hey, everybody, it's your boy J-Dub, a.k.a. Kratos, the god of PlayStation and all things gaming. And I'm here again on the pre-dawn era of the PlayStation Experience 2017, and I'm ready to get it in.
All right, excellent. We're going to have some great topics, and definitely. And then, of course, my man who's rising up, man, my man's beautiful channel, Ryan the Professional. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the show. It's your boy Ryan, the Professional here. Big shout out to Puerto Rock for inviting me up in here. Shout out to everybody that's already up in the panel and the chat, as always. And it's a good time to be a gamer. 2 days, man. Go ahead, we're in for a hell of a show. So
definitely. All right, so let's start off right here with the Game Awards show. We'll start off with the hot topic. The actual nominees of the Game of the Year segment, and what I want to talk about. All right, so for people who don't know, the nominees are Zelda, Super Mario Odyssey, Persona 5, Horizon Zero Dawn, and as we all know, PUBG. Right, a lot of criticism came on PUBG. So I want to talk to you guys. We'll get to what our own personal picks would be that we think might win. But let's say PUBG does win. Okay, that impacts how gaming is viewed in terms of what is considered Game of the Year. Because here's my thing. My thing is PUBG is I never played it, so I'm not saying that it's a bad game or good game. I'm not really considering that. But the truth is, it's an unfinished game. It only has one map. You only do one thing.
You die.
And the last 8 months, they've been trying to fix it. But now it's up for Game of the Year, pretty much based on popularity. How will this impact Game of the Years and the thought of what a Game of the Year title is if PUBG wins?
Well, if they win Game of the Year, it will just further prove that most of these Game of the Year, shows they have, whatever, where they give these awards out, are bought to begin with. They're bullshit. They're not legit, reputable to begin with. I mean, what's the point of you putting up a game that's pretty much in beta form? From what I'm looking at, it's basically in beta form in a sense.
Well, it is a beta.
Oh, it is. Okay. Well,
and not only that, it's just a mode. It's based on another game that was already out. It was based on what H1Z1 or something like that.
Yeah, because the guy who did that, he I guess he's part of Bluehole, whatever, and just brought that mode over.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, look what what's the other game? Fortnite did. Fortnite was able to do that, so that means anybody can do that. Shit, Wildlands came out with the same mode. I mean, anybody can just grab this mode and throw it out there. Nintendo, if they wanted to, they could do that with Mario or
Zelda or
Splatoon. You see what I'm saying? It's like there is no craft in that. That means you mean to tell me all these guys have spent years dedicating their craft with the best graphics, the best sound, the best everything, and you give it to a multiplayer beta of a game that's not even finished?
Right.
Now, I'm not taking anything away from PUBG. The thing sold what 26 million now. The thing is a hit.
20 million, definitely. Yeah.
But at the same time, it only costs $29.99. It's a mode of a previous game. It's butt ugly. There was nothing done for the graphics. That they just was able to get vaulting in the game. You can not finally jump over a car, over the hood of a car or a wall. They just put that in there. So this game is far from finished, and that means you're taking away Horizon Zero Dawn. You're taking away all the crap from Zelda Breath of the Wild, Mario, and all these other major games out there.
Right.
And after Uncharted got robbed last year by Overwatch, after they got robbed, then that's going to set a precedent. That's going to say, guess what? Whoever has the shooter that sells the most, that's who's going to win.
Pretty much. That's why I don't take IGN serious when it comes to these reviews, with their crazy scores. You notice how there's every single Call of Duty game has a damn 80 or above.
Yeah.
Notice that, right? It's -1 because they had no choice but to give it a proper rating, and that was because of the backlash. And now I think that was Advanced Warfare?
Yeah.
Warfare?
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll say real quick, if you're going to nominate PUBG, nominate Star Citizen. Unfinished, in beta, just nominate that.
Right.
But I mean, it didn't surprise me because PC needs some. I mean, I understand why it got nominated, but like Kratos just said, I mean, if you can, what do they start calling Fortnite? They start calling it Pub Night because it does the exact same thing, and Ghost Recon does the exact same thing, and it's like, okay, you're right. It's a mod of an H1Z1 mode, I think.
Yeah, no, it is.
I think H1Z1. So, and shout out to the guy who did it. I know that's a rags to riches story from my understanding of it. I could be wrong, but it's I thought it was a joke, especially when the developer came out and said it shouldn't be nominated.
Exactly.
So I think that, what can you do? You just shrug your shoulders and keep on moving.
Well, and one thing we got to look at too, and I don't want to be too hard on PUBG. The guys, they have a formula that worked for them. That was their stick. It worked. 26 million people are not wrong. The game is fun. It's entertaining. I have it. I play it. It's just the fact that you know, if it's an unfinished game, if they would have crafted it and made it, it had beautiful graphics, beautiful sound, beautiful gameplay, and everything else, then that's one thing. But you just threw a mode out there, and then, geez, the thing doesn't even have single player. You know, it's
exactly.
Yeah, it's man, that's a hard thing.
Yeah. So my thing is this: it's again, the game might be fun. It's like you said, 26 million people can't be wrong. My ordeal is the actual. Let me put it this way: when the game came out in March, right? March, April, right?
Yeah.
If journalists were to come out and review the game at that time, thrashing it, how many people will be pissed off saying the game's not even officially released? It's preview. You shouldn't be reviewing it. That's bullshit. Media bias. They're trying to break down the game. Yada yada yada. Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's okay to fucking nominate it for Game of the Year when the game wasn't even properly reviewed.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? You know, all these other games are out there. They're complete. They have their game modes done. You know, the story's complete. It's a finished product.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and now these games are being recognized for being finished products. This game is still not done yet, and it's in the running for Game of the Year.
Yep.
Exactly.
It only has one. I know some people say, oh, the map is huge. I'm like, cool, it's huge. But it's still only one map, and they're only working on one game mode. That's it.
Yep.
It's just a whole bunch of people doing one thing on one map.
Yep.
You know? So, like, how lazy could developers get at this point? Like, imagine if now most games come out as game previews, unfinished games.
Exactly.
That could start a bad trend.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Release
like
bullshit.
Imagine, like, you know how like a lot of these third parties, you know, sometimes they they embargo reviews to the day of release because they don't want any type of review to be out before the game is out because it could fuck up the initial sales.
Yeah.
What if developers or publishers release every game but call it quote unquote game preview, so you can't review it because it's not officially released yet?
Yep.
And then if you have issues with the game, well, the game's not done yet. So you can't complain about the bad build. You can't complain about how it is. You can't review it. But it's okay because, you know, it could possibly be Game of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that concept. I think this is terrible. What the Game Awards should have done is create a new category for, like, preview
best
games of the year.
Like
shit, or best up and comer or something like that.
Yeah,
but not Game of the Year already. Like, it didn't do anything, you know. And a lot of people be like, they're like, stop it, bro. It sold 20 million. Call of Duty sells that much every year. So does that mean they should be nominated every year?
Right.
Like, sales doesn't mean Game of the Year. Look at Persona. Persona is probably the lowest selling game in that whole list.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So, like, what are we doing
high,
here?
You know what I'm saying? Scored higher than most of these games. So.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of disappointed in Geoff Keighley because you would think he would know better than anybody else. Be like, yo, we can't do this. We can't put PUBG.
I mean, he's a tool
for Game of the Year running.
He's a tool, though. Let's be real. Cool. He always does something stupid. Like I remember when what was it? Red Dead Redemption won Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Had no competition on the list, and he put up a bunch of like silly games in the category of Game of the Year.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, there's no competition. Obviously, if Uncharted 2 came out that year, highly doubt Red Dead Redemption probably would have beat Uncharted 2. Highly doubt.
Shit, what's going on? Fonz is up in here. I'm saying what's going on, my brother.
What's up,
Fonz? What's going on, bro?
Nothing much, man. Just I just caught the just got home and I saw the little hangout thing, so I jumped in. I think it's possible.
Awesome. Hey, we've been talking about this. So the first topic is pretty much the Game of the Year, right? You already know the nominees. I'm pretty sure you already had 100 conversations. But the one question to ask, you know, because you know it's Zelda, Mario, Horizon Zero Dawn, Persona 5, and PUBG. So the question I want to ask you, what do you think is the impact if PUBG do win on the whole standard of Game of the Year? Because you know, even though you know game is popular, but it's still an unfinished game. So what do you think will be the long-term repercussions of giving that title to a game that's not even finished?
I think it would be sort of a free-for-all for anything to come out and be nominated after that, because it just doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make any kind of sense. You know, I kind of felt slighted, honestly, even though I like the game. I didn't think that Overwatch should be nominated for Game of the Year above some of the games that were nominated. I think there should be separate categories. Honestly, I really do, because some of these like really good story driven games should not be up against a COD or something like that. It just shouldn't happen. Shooters shouldn't go up against good, like well balanced, story driven, good game mechanic games. Like it just should never happen. I don't know what you guys feel about that.
I agree.
I agree.
Again, that's why you have different categories. But when it comes to that game of the year, that is the top game. That means it was the best in graphics, with story, sound, gameplay. Everything should be taken into account. And PUBG is last on all of that shit.
And PUBG is a game mode. That's all it is. It's
exactly
a game mode. Like, I just don't see this game. I don't know. I don't understand why it's being nominated, other than the fact that it's popular right now, and that's just weird. If it's a popularity contest, then it really just brings down the whole, value of game of the year, in my opinion. If it just comes down to popularity.
I'm gonna throw this out there, just so sake of throwing it out there. If Cuphead doesn't win, best art direction in that category, that's gonna be icing on the cake, and that's gonna shock the Xbox dude. But I'm telling you right now, it should win best art direction.
Cuphead.
Yeah.
The game artistic. Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous looking game.
Persona. You got to keep Persona in the running for that too.
Yeah, that's true. There's been some artistically gorgeous, artistically, there's been some gorgeous games this gen.
Yeah.
This year has been a good variety. I think out of compared to every other years that we had since this gen, I think 2017 really had the most variety. I mean, we had, like you said, the artsy games like Persona 5 and Cuphead. You had this new big battle royale multiplayer with PUBG and Fortnite. You got something like that delves into the mind of madness with Hellblade. You pretty much have everything this year. Like almost every topic has been covered. So this has been a good year in gaming across the board.
Yeah,
and stuff.
I agree with Cuphead in the art direction. A beautiful game.
It is a beautiful
sound. Sound too is not half bad in the game too. So I mean, that's a good quality thing too.
All right.
Yeah, their sound is up against Hellblade, and if you played Hellblade with that headset on, they both should get it, because the thing with Hellblade, they actually went
immerse you
to the New England Journal of Medicine and actually talked to people who treated psychosis. Actually, I was like, man, oh man. But yeah, nothing but love for all these games. All these games are deserved.
Yeah, I would say this about Hellblade. I know if you just look at a channel, if you look at a stream, like gameplay, it's decent, but it's not something that a lot of people will gravitate to, because it's your basic hack and slash. Yeah, and then you walk, and then you do more hack and slash. There's a little bit of puzzle solving. So when you just look at it from the screen perspective, you're just looking at a stream, you'd be like, it's not something I'm really interested in, right?
Yeah.
But I have to say this, even if you're not interested in that aspect, you have to play the game and put on a headset, because the majority of the game is not even about that. It's just the game is driving you insane, bro, because the voices don't stop talking. They just won't shut the fuck up.
Yep.
I don't even.
And that's how they made the game. They made the game to where there was times I'm fighting and like the voices be like behind you, and I turn behind you and there's nobody fucking there, and I got hit in the back. And I'm like, why the fuck would you say that? But like, I have the headset on, and like when you have headsets on, you talk louder than what you realize. So my wife is like, "Who the fuck are you screaming at? Like, what is wrong with you?" But like, she's thinking like she's hearing me argue in a room, because in my mind I'm thinking I'm talking low, but I'm actually yelling at these voices that won't just shut the fuck up. They keep saying. They keep taunting you too. They're like, "Oh, you'll never figure it out. You'll never. Oh, you think you'll figure it out?" And you're like, "Shut the fuck up and let me figure it out."
Yeah.
Like after a while, you're like talking to yourself, which is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like no game ever made me.
Most games right now, Puerto Rock, are made so well. Like the sounds and everything in games, it makes me want to play with headphones with every game I play now. Honestly, there's just such good ambient sounds and stuff going on in these video games nowadays. The production value is just much better than we've ever seen before. It's amazing. Let me do
a $5 super chat. My man Daniel J. He's asking, congratulations on 2K. Thank you very much, Daniel. I appreciate it. Also, do you think one day there will be a story-driven game that is worthy of an Oscar someday? Oh,
honestly,
I can see that.
Shit, you're entitled to. as a lady.
If The Last of Us had great, like actors and stuff on stage, and the way it played out, I think that could be that was such
a movie out of it, so possible.
Yeah.
Possible.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe. I mean, like Oscar. Sometimes, to be honest, sometimes I look at Oscar, I don't understand, because I see movies that won, movie of the year or whatever, whatever best picture, and I'd be like, the fuck? Like,
Exactly.
like I don't know what they be doing. Like, there's so many movies I've seen that, like, I don't know. It just
Moonlight was
me out.
trash, in my opinion.
Yeah, so I really don't know what they're doing, But I would say this: in terms of like the movie industry and the music industry, and the entertainment industry protects movies and music.
Mm-hmm.
But I notice they don't give a shit about gaming as an art, because like I think recently in UK they're thinking of banning Detroit because it dives too deep in the topic of abuse.
Yeah,
you would never hear that about a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever seen, what is it, the movie Gone Baby Gone?
Yep.
Wasn't there a dude that like fucked the kid in the ass, and they even showed the underwear with blood on it?
Yeah.
Nobody says a thing. Like, oh my god, this Ben Affleck picture's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like,
it was supposed to be.
But yet in gaming, like movies and music are protected in a way that gaming for some reason is not there yet, despite the fact that gaming, I think, is generating more money.
It is
in those industries. Yeah. It's a bigger industry.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
So I don't.
That's a good question.
So I don't think. So and when you think about it, gaming industry is generating more money, but the people involved in gaming don't make as much money as, like, a director of a game doesn't make as much money as Francis Ford Coppola, or fucking even Zack Snyder, who's fucking killing every DC movie. He still makes more money than fucking Kojima. You understand what I'm saying? Kojima can't even see Zack Snyder's money. Like, they're not even on the same level.
Yeah.
Poor Zach's had a bad year. He had a personal family.
Oh my god.
His property's not doing too well, but that's not what this is about. So
we're gonna keep up with. I'm too close to. All right, so let's go down the line. All right, so we'll start. We'll go down the line. We'll start with Craig. What's out of those 5 categories?
Yes,
pick the one you think might win, and then let us know your personal game of the year. If it's not on the list,
just from what I've got, general consensus of the people that I've talked to that that follow me on the my podcast, and different people that have said everything. Persona 5 should win Game of the Year. Should win, but I think Zelda Breath of the Wild will win.
Okay.
So, but either way, it wouldn't shock me which way that would go.
All right. And what's your personal game of the year? Any game, whatever.
Well, again, my personal favorite game I played this year is a game from 2015. It is Life is Strange. It was Life is Strange. That's one of the best written games.
Jesus Christ. 2017. Like, come on, man. Pick a side.
But I know
2017. This year.
It was
Halo Wars 2. All right, fine. Halo Wars 2. Got it.
Yeah, for me, it's been Hellblade. So
Hellblade, okay, all right. So Hellblade, okay, good to go. Is there a reason why? What's the reason why?
Just I thought what everybody was saying here. You're saying the production value, the fact that you really have to try to separate what's being said to what's going on the screen, and you start like, shut up. I mean, I was doing a live stream and people were laughing at me because I was saying, shut up. These voices are getting on my nerves. If you all could hear these, but so yeah, that for me, it was just the way I'm in the medical field. So the way they handled that topic, I thought was well done. That's the best that they could do it from what the stuff I have read. So for me, and because I kind of have a medical bias, let me put that out there. That was for me. The game was $29. It's affordable, so it's right alley, so to speak. So for me, it was Hellblade.
Okay, so in other words, you like crazy chicks. Got it. All right.
Yeah.
So my man, so my man Jay Fonz. All right. So who do you think is going to win out of the list, and what's your personal game of the year?
Out of the list, I think it's going to be probably Breath of the Wild. I think that probably should win. Persona 5 was just not good to me. I tried that game. I did not like it. Thought it was crap. And I like turn-based RPGs also. I just didn't get into that one. I didn't like the storyline. I thought that the whole pedo thing at the beginning was just a turn-off for me. I didn't like it at all.
All right. So what's your personal game of the year?
Personal game of the year. I'm going to go back to like 1990 with Teenage Mutant Ninja. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh shit! It's a game I played recently on my phone.
This year, honestly, not a lot of games spoke to me. I'll be honest. Like Horizon Zero Dawn was one of the better ones, and I still only gave that like an 8 out of 10. It was just okay to me. The story wise, gameplay was fun, but Assassin's Creed Origins is fun, but again, it's not amazing. It's man,
generic.
I can't really tell you that there's a really big game of the year that I can come up with right now for this year. It's been stagnant for me.
Okay, all right. So, okay, so I guess trash. That's
what I say should win.
Okay, so that's what happens when you game on Xbox. All right, next thing. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding. My man, J-Dub. What's going on? So what do you think is going to win, and what is your personal game of the year?
I think Horizon Zero Dawn will go ahead and pull it off.
This guy is a pony, bro.
Like, wow. It is what it is. I told you coming in here
doing that non-profit work.
Come on.
Why do you think that? Why do you think that?
Why Horizon Zero Dawn?
Well, I'll tell you why. For one, the studio, this is their first game. They did, they're used to the Killzone series. They went up and beyond and did something totally that's not their style, not their thing, and they were able to knock it out the park. Plus, it has Dinobots in it. Come on, who doesn't like freaking Dinobots? Come on. Aloy is a character. I mean, we know we're going to get a sequel, but it's a character that, I mean, I don't know what to say, guys, but lately in games, these women protagonists, these women, they've been killing it in these games.
I got to disagree, though. Aloy was boring and uninspired.
But that's opinionated. I mean, but I loved her.
I know. I'm being subjective, of course. Yeah. Everybody has their own opinion, but to me,
I mean, look at a game like Recore. The chick, you can say that you say the same thing about her, but I actually
wouldn't even touch that game. I'm sorry, I wouldn't even touch Recore.
Yeah, but I actually kind of enjoyed the game. So I mean, that's why I'm saying it's. But Horizon Zero Dawn, it has the graphics on lock. It has the sound on lock. It has the gameplay on. Like it did everything right for me from start to finish, and I can honestly give it I'll give it a 9.5. And so it's my top game of the year. That's my now. That's just what now my secondary follow up would be Breath of the Wild.
Okay. All right, so that's your personal. Okay. Hey, I want to do a super chat shout out, my man Lionel Bogan. Jesus, $60 super chat.
That's a game right there.
That's shit. No, my man says congrats on the 2K subs. I appreciate it, brother. I'm glad you're here to see it. And he said, y'all bugging. Persona 5 game of the year. What are y'all smoking? And he mean it. He mean it so bad he dropped 60 on it. So he like, yeah, a bunch of crackheads. Fuck y'all doing? You made the man call $60. He's probably listening like, what? Zelda? We fucking Zelda? Oh, so my man's talking about Persona 5 up in here. Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit, with that $60, I'm gonna buy Persona 5 now.
I like how dudes get pissed off, like they're talking shit, like, oh, this guy's too hard to please. He doesn't have a game of the year. Man, it happens, bro. Some years do it for everybody.
It's all subjective, man. It's all
it is.
The user, Some people like RPGs only. Some people like to play Madden and call it Madden, Call of Duty, and 2K all the time. It just depends on the person and what type of gamer you are.
Yeah, that's it. All right, so my man right here, Ryan, the professional. Can you give us your professional opinion on who you think is going to win, and your professional opinion on your personal game of the year?
Sure thing. Well, the professional opinion will go something like this. Now, nostalgia is one hell of a drug, yes? So most likely people will say Breath of the Wild is game of the year, and it will most likely win. A lot of people want Persona, but me personally, I'm going with Horizon. The reason I'm going with Horizon is because Horizon was new. It was different. You know what I'm saying? It had its own little flow. It had its own style. I like that. I like how it came out, you know, with its own identity. It didn't borrow from anything else. It just did its own thing. And that's, I would put that in the game of the year category.
Oh, a lot of non-profit work going on up in here. What are we doing? No, I'm just kidding.
Borrow from anything.
Uh-oh, get him, Jay.
No. I'm not.
No. You know, tell them we don't play this bullshit on this podcast. Let them know.
The mechanics were just like Tomb Raider or Uncharted. It borrowed from a lot of games heavily. Maybe the story-wise, maybe not, but robot dinosaurs, come on.
Well, shit, the story's from Terminator. Come on, let them. Come on, don't give up. I'm just kidding. I mean, when people are telling me that, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's not even close. No, but that's good. So, is that also your personal game of the year too?
Personally, no. I would say Neo is my game of the year.
You stole, yo. You know, I'm gonna boot you out. I was supposed to say that. Damn, bro, you killed it.
Neo. I ain't gonna lie to you. Neo's definitely won me over.
God. Yo, I'm telling you, bro. Neo, that game is all right. So who I think is gonna win, I'm gonna be honest. I think damn, it's really hard, but it's a toss up. I think between I think Breath of the Wild is gonna take it. And it's usually because of the gameplay. You know, Zelda usually does bring outstanding gameplay mechanics, and nostalgia is such a hell of a thing. You know, it really is a hell of a thing. And I think Zelda might take it just simply because it's Zelda. Zelda usually always wins Game of the Year because it doesn't come out that often. That's another thing. The game doesn't come out that often, but when it does come out, it's usually, you know, does an outstanding job in game design, you know. But my personal Game of the Year is what Ryan said, Neo. I love that game. I just love good gameplay, you know, difficult challenge, and the fact that they took the combat and kind of, you know, evolved it beyond what we had with Bloodborne and the Souls games. It's kind of like having a Ninja Gaiden inside a, you know, Dark Souls game. Kind
of like Bloodborne in the
sense. Yeah, it's like, and it just opened it up so much. Yeah. It was just phenomenal, and I just couldn't put it down. And I was playing it around the same time as Horizon Zero Dawn, and I just had so much more fun with Neo because the combat was just absolutely amazing. I know a lot of people don't like that game because it's very punishing. Just like the other ones, like you could get fucked up real easy.
Yep.
And then you have to do so much to get back to where you're at. So a lot of people really don't like that challenge. But I think that's what gaming is. Gaming is you just get back in there, you take your licks, and you just keep getting better and better.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was harder than this game back then.
Yeah, that's true. You know,
Toy Story on the damn Sega. I mean, come on.
What? I ain't play that shit.
They play Toy Story on the Sega? Oh, fuck.
Yeah, oh no, I ain't doing that shit.
Oh, they was down there.
No. You know, I'm an elitist. And stuff like that. All right, so hey, I know they're talking about, you know, maybe some teasers. You know, Kojima's going to be there. So what's some things you guys would like to see come out of Game Awards? You know, in general, and you know, obviously it's going to be neutral between all platforms. You know, Xbox, you know, Nintendo, whatever.
Awards, depending on what we get on PSX, if we don't get the actual gameplay reveal for Death Stranding, I would like to see that there at least. You know what I'm saying? Maybe.
Yeah, we got to see more on that game because, I mean, I've said it before too. Kojima to me is very overrated. I think.
What? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Come on.
I think most of his games make no sense, guys. You can't tell me that you're playing these Metal Gear games and you understand what the fuck is going on.
Hey, so
you got to be invested from the start to really know the character.
Oh man, this last one, bro. Oh, man.
You know
all the demons and shit, bro.
I'll give you the last.
Come on.
I'll give you the last one, but not every Metal Gear game is going to be like Guns of the Patriots where they have, you know.
Yeah, there's a couple of good, solid Metal Gear games.
And I'm saying not everyone's going to have 90-minute cutscenes to legit, you know, get you caught up, sort of thing. You got to be invested.
He's just,
I don't know, man.
I just think I just hold him up too high on a pedestal. I really do. I don't think he's all that, man. He's brought some things into gaming that we haven't seen before, like the whole cinematic thing and stuff. And that's cool. I respect him for that. But outside of that, like, what has he done for me lately? You know, and that's what I want to see with Death Stranding. I want to see what's going on with this game. Is this going to be another Metal Gear 5 or
lately is teach devs how to get 60 on these consoles. That's one thing.
Facts.
My man,
on every game pretty much at this point.
My man, Super Jamaican, paid a $2 super chat. He says you can get a Neo ass whooping in Street Fighter. Man, that's a shame, bro. You just paid $2 to get your butt whooped. Who pays $2 to get their butt whooped? You're gonna get this work, dog. You're gonna get this work. I'm gunning for you. You know
I love getting all these dudes sensitive because I said Kojima's overrated. He is fucking overrated. I'll say it again. Kojima's overrated, people.
Right. Incoming. I would honestly like to see from Microsoft.
I'm about to hit the eject button right now. You're killing me here,
You guys can find him on Twitter at.
I like my games to make sense. You know, every single one of them. I like them to make sense.
So let me ask you this, Fonz. What is your favorite game that you've ever played? Like, tell us about.
Okay. Red Dead Redemption, my favorite all-time game. Great story, great gameplay, big open world, amazing game. Last of Us 2, another game that's just an amazing story, great game. Those two are my top 2 favorite games ever.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Can't be mad at that.
Yeah. All right.
But this is Kojima, though, bro. Like, come
he's
on.
overrated,
He's
bro.
like the Quentin Tarantino of gaming. Like,
you know what? I'd rather play, honestly, like I had fun with Yakuza 0 in that story. That was an amazing story and stuff. I if we're gonna talk about Japanese games and stuff, that's what I like. Shenmue was amazing back in the day. I hope 3 is really gonna turn around and make. I hope they make it good, man. I really do.
Yeah. So one thing to look forward for Kojima is they're really putting a lot of money into this because he got some top notch Hollywood talent backing him up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, which I'm really Del Toro's in there. The guy who was in
Nicholson.
Yeah. So that's pretty impressive. He's getting some good talent behind that. Also, he's using the Decima engine.
Yep.
That Horizon Zero Dawn, and apparently he made some tweaks. I think it was you, Ryan, that told me that he tweaked it.
Yeah, he's been tweaking the engine.
Yeah, he's been tweaking the engine, improving it and shit. So man, it's been so it's gonna be a thing. Now, why would it be crazy if they show gameplay and they announce it as a 2018 release? How crazy would that be?
Wow.
2018.
Because everybody's expecting this shit to come out in 2022.
Are you talking about at the Gaming Awards? You think they'll announce that?
That they do like a gameplay reveal and then a date announcement. For 2018.
I don't, man.
I'd be surprised if that game's ready.
But 2018 is already packed full of big.
Yeah, they're gonna have to space it out.
That's too much.
Yeah, they're gonna have to space it out.
Yeah.
I don't think
2018.
Man,
I mean, 18 on the calendar year for them, they could come out still in January. That's still technically 18. That's Q4, I think. So I'd say 19. I'd say early 19 for that game. Only because like you guys are saying, there's so many bangers out there next year.
People will look at their wallets like, rest in peace. Like, fuck. At this point,
Spider-Man most likely dropping with the Avengers. You know.
Yeah,
that's most likely drop with the Avengers.
Yeah,
God of War from March.
Yep.
So, I mean,
Detroit Becomes Human probably going to hit around May.
Probably. Yeah. So I mean, I
don't
know. Where would you put it in the month?
Death Stranding, maybe in the fall. Death Stranding.
Yeah, I think people. I think
Days Gone. I mean, Days Gone. Sorry about that. I mean, Days.
No, not Days Gone. I'm saying, what would you put Death Stranding in the month if it wasn't 2018?
It's going to be winter. It's going to be, trust me, it's going to be at the very end of the year, or it's going to hit in the same time frame as this God of War, kind of like in the March.
I think it comes out. If it comes out next year, it'll be October. If it's going to be a crazy game,
that's too
far.
Yeah. Right. But let me ask you this. With all these freaking huge games coming out in 2018,
right?
How would the competition be able to stack up against that?
Oh, well, we're going to see. I hope I was about to say that at the Gaming Awards, I would love to see Microsoft announce either a Rainbow Six game, because we haven't seen whatever, Rainbow Six Vegas 3, whatever, remaster of it, something like that, or a Splinter Cell, something like that, something that, gets the blood going. That's what I'm hoping for. As Pope.
Mm-hmm.
Up over here on this.
Got rumors going around that Microsoft is supposedly buying studios, like buying, already established studios, like Obsidian, and a few others. So
that'll be big.
I mean, really, they need anything at this point. They need anything. You know what I'm saying? Even a Max Payne 4.
Surprises.
Right, a Max Payne 4 would do wonders for them.
But here's the thing. Is it enough for them just to get a marketing deal game, or
no? They need legit exclusives that you can't get anywhere else aside from the Xbox brand. You can't have your games on PC and Xbox and then expect people to just jump full forward to Xbox. It's not going to work that way.
But we know they've pretty much already said it. The strategy that they have going forward is not in wrapping up all of this. I mean, it's the PC is what it is. These guys are gonna have the play anywhere. That's just part of their thing now. I mean, what would you say about that, Jay Funds? You would say that, right? That's part of Microsoft
chat right now.
What's up?
Yeah, what would you say? Microsoft's strategy now is the PC is basically.
Let me break it down with Microsoft's strategy. If you guys want to know where Microsoft is headed, all you got to do is listen to their interviews that they've done the past fucking 4 years. A lot of these Xbox dudes are really going to be in for a rude awakening, and I talk about this stuff even on an Xbox centric podcast, guys, because these guys think I'm like a double agent or some shit. But no, every time
it's pretty obvious they want to become a service.
Every time I'm on a podcast, whether it's Xbox or Pony, I get called the opposite. But guess what, guys? I'm just a fucking gamer at the end of the day. I've got opinions. If you don't like them, fuck you. I don't care. But here's how it goes. Xbox is leading down, or they're going to become a Steam box sort of deal in the next 10 fucking years. Mark my words. Wow. They are going towards the PC in the living room type of deal here. They are not going to be making or risking a lot of money in big AAA experiences, first-party experiences. They don't want to do that because what they want to do is they look at their company as just from a business standpoint. They're looking at low risk, high reward. Yeah. That is what they want. That is what they've been doing this generation. That is what they're going to continue to do. Sure, you might see the occasional AAA game come out of their studios, but you're not going to see them take big risks anymore. It's not going to happen. So you're going to get a bunch of double A's. You're going to get a bunch of indies like we've seen. You'll get the occasional AAA, but you're not going to get these big, fantastic games that we get on the Sony side. You're not going to get those type of games. It's just not going to happen. They're not going to take the risks.
Ultimately, I think, because again, if you pay attention to what Phil Spencer says, but he says different things at different events, at different interviews, whatever. But if you piece it all together, there's like a common theme with him, right? Mm-hmm. So number one, I think the ultimate goal, and it may not happen next gen, it may happen the gen after, but I think the ultimate goal is for Microsoft, is for Phil Spencer to transition gaming from something that's Xbox to Microsoft. So instead of Xbox gaming, it's going to be Microsoft gaming.
Yeah, they already rebranded the store, bro.
Yeah, it's going to rebrand everything. It's Microsoft gaming, and Xbox is just a device, like a Steam device, right? But ultimately, he wants Microsoft gaming to be on as many platforms as possible. And he said this. He wants gaming to be available to whatever platform you play on, right? Yeah. What really caught me by surprise a few weeks ago, about a month ago, is when he said that they're going to release a streaming service within 3 years, and that they already tested it back in 2012, but it wasn't ready.
I remember that.
So they put a hold on it, right? So
this was like a couple. Is that the
he said, yeah, he was on CNBC. It was on CNBC. Okay, so he said that they were already testing it in 2012. It's just the servers wasn't ready, so they put a halt on it.
Right.
But he's going to release an online streaming service similar to PS Now. Now you have to ask yourself, the whole point of online streaming is so that way you could play demanding games on weaker hardware, because it's the servers. It's the servers that's rendering the game.
It's not just that.
You know what I'm saying?
Just recently, this week, I think, who's the head of Xbox guy? What's his name?
Nadia Sadal, whatever his name is.
Yeah. That dude. He was just quoted as saying the other day, and I don't have the exact quote here, but he was basically just reaffirming what I believe is where the Xbox is headed to. And he basically was talking about how they're looking at different ways of distribution.
Yeah.
They want, to me, everything I read into Xbox and from their track record this generation, they are going to more of a service-based service. They want more. I mean, Phil talked about it, how he wants to be more like a Netflix sort of thing. Yeah. At the beginning of this generation, they talked about having a discless console. Yeah. They want to go this route. I totally see it. These Xbox dudes that are thinking that they are going to somehow just start producing all these big AAA IPs and come out with these new games all the time. They're tripping. They're tripping, and I've told them this. Yeah,
that's why they wanted to make the games and the TV shows to sweeten.
They're making because Microsoft is making money, and that's all they care about. They're making money right now.
Now here's
I'm good with this service-based stuff. I'm good with it. I'm happy because I like to buy all the consoles and stuff.
Yeah, but
that's me.
They come out with Steam like device, 3 different models.
I'm fine. I'm fine with it as long as like right now with the X. Okay, it's a great console.
Yeah,
I think it's a fantastic console, but that's because it has the power for me. I'm into the consoles period, but I like the power. Okay,
I get what you're coming from, but I was referring to like remember in the PS3 generation when we had the Steam machines. You know what I'm saying? We had 3 different versions. We had one that was probably the high end, a mid, and a low sort of one.
Yeah, but I don't think they might go that route. I don't know. But here's the thing: go towards the PC and the living room route.
Here's
that's what they want to do.
That route, though,
here's the thing with the dedicated box, because he also talked about Xbox, because they asked him, with online streaming and being able to play on tablets, phones, PC. They asked him, what about dedicated devices like Xbox? How do you feel about that? He said specifically that, hey, there's always going to be people who wants to play in front of their TV, so we'll always make a device for them. Now, I found that statement interesting because he didn't say, hey, Xbox is at the core of our strategy, so we will always make a box. Yeah. No, he just said it. There's always going to be a fan base for that, so yeah, we're going to make a device for them. But I don't think he sees Xbox as the core strategy anymore, or he's trying to phase that out. Ultimately, with online streaming, he could get Gears of War on a tablet. Like, people could play Gears of War because that's really what online streaming is for. So you can have a weaker device but still play high-demanding games because it's not the tablet or low-end laptop playing the game. It's just being streamed to the device. So he'll be able to tackle tablets and low-end tablets.
They want Xbox everywhere. They want to be synonymous with gaming. The name Xbox, they want it to be known as the gaming company. Yeah, so they're going to put their shit on everything, guys. Like, if Sony allowed them, they'd probably put an Xbox on Sony's
That's where I'm going to lead to. Because here's the thing Microsoft has to get past first. Number one, they have to fix their store. Because a lot of PC gamers are not with that store. They don't like it. They hate it. They need to revamp it. Once Microsoft cracks that nut to where they could get the store to where PC gamers accept it, and it's living, it coexists with Steam. So, PC gamers are doing both. They're going to take that store and they're going to put it on Mac.
Yeah, most
likely going to have the Mac gamers.
Fix it, though. They'll probably just try to sign
that's what they need to crack that nut.
Yeah.
Once they crack the nut with the online streaming, now they could get tablet gamers and phone gamers to play on Xbox, because now these games.
Yeah, but this is really going to lead to Xbox Live, though, in a sense. They're going to merge Xbox Live with everything you do. So
but how can they do that if they don't have the content?
Well, you think
without having the content.
It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter if you don't have the content.
The guys like services, bro. And
it doesn't matter. Here's the thing: you don't need exclusive content. All you have to do is provide something nobody else provides. Sony doesn't have a streaming service on tablets.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's all they need to do. They just need to be able to get gaming onto devices to where the consumers can easily accept it.
Yeah,
because it's easy to get to.
Well, let me ask the loaded question.
Well, here's what. Wait, let me make my last point. Once Microsoft sees that, hey, we got our devices, our streaming services are making money, we got PC, we got Mac, and we pretty much make Xbox for the hardcore Xbox gamers. It is no longer the main gaming revenue. We're making it because you're always going to have the Tim Dogs, the Zaire's. You're going to have people who play Xbox, not because of exclusives, but mostly because it's the Xbox ecosystem. That's what they like. So they're gonna stay on that no matter what you do. No matter what you do, no matter where you put the games at, they're gonna stay on Xbox. They don't care that they're losing their exclusives. You know, they're like the crack gamers, Zaires, Tim Dog. They're just gonna stay on that platform. So Microsoft will make Xbox for them. They no longer have to worry about making this big manufacturing process to try to cater to the whole world. Because let's say like Japan, nobody likes Xbox Japan. Microsoft will be like, fine, we won't ship Xboxes. We won't even make any for that region. Why? Because you guys are on PCs, you guys are on tablets, and I think at that point Microsoft will pull the trigger and be like, you know what? We're gonna make our games on PlayStation.
Yep.
We're gonna make our games on everything.
My question:
right?
How much longer till we see their games start popping up?
I would say maybe in 10 years. Think about it. Once they got the mobile platforms, once they got the PC platforms, once they're making money off of Mac and everybody, the Xbox fan base, they're not gonna care. Like Crap Gamer's not gonna go on PlayStation no matter what. We could take every single one of his games. He will not budge. He's gonna stay on. There's a nice dedicated fan base that's going to stay on Xbox no matter what. So Phil's going to cater to them.
God,
but then it's not messed up. Why? Why is it messed up?
That is messed up because listen. Okay,
that eliminates the point.
I'm not. Listen, I've been gaming, man, since the Atari 2600. There's always been a dedicated system, and the companies have always tried their best to put out the best content and the best consoles possible for us. They are catering to us gamers. Now Microsoft has come in and they're moving it into a different direction that I don't want to see them to go in. You know, I want them to have their console and their content and fight for our dollars.
Here's the thing. I don't think Microsoft, let's be honest. The only reason why 360 was competitive was because Sony fucked up. Let's be real.
That is true.
Let's call a spade a spade. You know, it took Sony to royally fuck up to put Xbox on the map.
That is true.
It was a PS3 launch as an abomination. It was $600 for fucking MotorStorm. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like you bugging. Are you kidding me? Come on.
MotorStorm was
come on. No, it didn't even have Rumble. You're right. It didn't even have Rumble.
It didn't have Rumble for the first 2 years.
Like, are you kidding me?
Control.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Phil realizes Xbox can't compete like the way PlayStation has. PlayStation has the brand loyalty. They have the brand recognition. It sells in all 4 corners of the world.
Well, Puerto Rock,
so Microsoft is like, Microsoft's like, why are we fighting?
But exactly.
Like, let me put it this way: I can't lose in a game that I'm not participating in.
Right.
If Sony wants to dominate the console market space, hell, not only not only will I let you dominate the console market space, I'm gonna take advantage of it. I'm gonna put my game on your platform that sells in Japan. So now Killer Instinct 2 can finally get those sales.
Yep.
I'll finally be able to get Killer Instinct 2 sales because I'm on your platform.
They don't care because they're making money, period. They don't
That's
care. And these guys that think that they're, all for the gamer and they're so pro-consumer because they have all these different services and stuff, they need to understand that they're also at the same time waiting for that next big new IP, and they keep telling everybody, wait till E3 every year, wait till E3, wait till E3, wait till Gamescom, wait till this, wait till that. And every time they say it, I'm there to tell them, no, wait, you're not going to see anything. I told Crap Gamer, Crap Gamer was yelling at me on one of these podcasts, telling me that because I was telling everybody that Crackdown 3, there was problems there. It's not coming out. He was yelling at me saying, wait till the game show, wait till Gamescom. They're going to show the multiplayer. And I said, no, they won't. No, they won't.
And it didn't happen. And not only
canceled it.
Not only that, they delayed it on top of that. So
they canceled it. And ever since then, that fat idiot wants to come after me and start talking shit to me, so the gloves are off. Fuck that gamer.
He came at you?
Get him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So fucking.
Jeez, man. That's unfortunate. Yeah. That's unfortunate that they couldn't compete to the level, or they're not dedicated to try to actually win. Nintendo obviously has carved out their niche, and that's serving them perfectly. And they left, Microsoft and Sony to fight for the big chips at the top, the 4K and all the high end stuff. If Microsoft does do this strategy, what is going to force Sony to keep giving us what we have been enjoying the last couple of years? What's going to keep forcing them? I mean,
I speak with our wallets, bro.
Nintendo.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But here's the thing, though. Even Sony and Nintendo agree that most people should buy a PlayStation and a Switch.
But let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. What has Microsoft done? Let's be honest. Let's be real. This gen. What has Microsoft done to force Sony to make all these games?
Nothing.
They haven't done anything.
Nothing.
They've done nothing.
Besides release.
Sony's not releasing all these games because they're afraid of Microsoft.
Yeah.
Like this. Let's be honest. The console war was already over like 2 years ago. It was already done.
It was like, done at E3 with Jack Tritton.
You know what I'm saying? Sony always releases games. They always do that. You know, they just that's just what they do. You know, and that's it. You know, but like the main thing is, oh damn, what was I gonna say? Fuck, you made me lose track. God damn it, fucking J Dub. Oh man, then also the thought of Crack Gamer, you know, talking shit about Fonzarelli. Also pissed me off.
Yeah,
like
he called. Well, he
that kind of pissed me off.
What do you say this to Funds?
Well, this was like last week, I believe. Anyway, he was on one of his shows or whatever. I was in there for somebody else. I think it might have been Rand or somebody. Anyway, so I was listening to this talk, and he started. It seemed like every time I go into any chat that he may be a part of or whatever, he starts talking about how there's no real neutral out there, that all neutrals are fake, they're frauds, they need to pick a side, all this stupid bullshit. So
what?
So I just I fed into it. I go, hey, I'm a neutral, crap. And he goes, no, you're not. You're a liar. You're a fraud. And starts coming down on me, calling all of us idiots. We need to get our heads out of our asses and shit. And I said, okay, gloves are off. I said, you're a fucking liar. You ain't happy for Sea of Thieves. You ain't happy for these games coming out next year. I started talking shit back to him. And then I told him to prove it to me. Prove that I'm a fucking liar. And all he did was come back with some weak ass shit about how you play with your Xbox one day, the next day you're playing with your PlayStation. Yeah, that's called the fucking neutral. That's called a neutral, you dumbass.
That's actually my preference. Gamers
that's kind of like what a neutral does. You play on everything.
Play with the hell you want.
Exactly. But here's the thing. The thing is, what he doesn't understand is that you don't need to pick a fucking side. This whole pick a side bullshit makes no goddamn sense. We're gamers at the end of the day. You like what you like. If you have a preference, that's fine. Everybody can have a preference, but we don't all have to be an idiot fanboy who makes clickbait titles out there and puts out bullshit sorry-ass videos.
Clickbait, my dude. You look at his, he live right now. He just made a damn clickbait people up in there today, right now. It's live right now.
Yeah. He makes the worst videos. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to say it here. Crack Gamer makes the worst videos I've ever seen and heard. They're terrible. His delivery is garbage. Everything he does is trash. Anybody who follows him, you just need to stop, because this guy is not good for gaming. He's definitely not good for Xbox. This guy is a guy that Xbox doesn't even like. What does that tell you? If you follow this guy and are loyal to the brand, the Xbox don't even like this dude.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, I want to do a couple of super chats. Lionel Buggin. He said, do you guys really think another platform can take down Steam? PC guys love Steam too much.
No,
I don't think so. I think that platform, Steam pretty much controls that main method for it. I mean, there's other services I think that can accompany Steam. You know, like you have Origin, Battle.net, but Steam will always be the primary engine for PC. That is equal to app. Nothing will replace that. What do you guys think?
I don't disagree with that.
Nah, you can't replace Steam, bro. The deals on Steam slaughter anything on console. So you ain't touching that.
Yes, Steam is the deal. So I mean, we can get that out of our heads. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere. Some games that come out day one be like $30 on Steam.
Right. And another super chat, my man Driver. He said, "Dame un cantazo de ese perico, hermano." He pretty much wants a shot of cocaine. All right, it's gonna cost you more than $2, though. You might get a bump for $2. And Super Jamaica, another super chat. He goes, "Dealer is Craps Tech Guy." He says, headphones over 60 frames per second.
Yeah, I wanted to ask Fonz about that. Fonz, you see that tweet?
Yeah. And I understand what he meant by that tweet, and what he's saying does.
What did he mean? What did he mean?
Here's the thing: when you're playing a competitive online shooter, and you're playing against people that are just playing through TV speakers, say, and you've got a 7.1 surround sound headphone, you are at an advantage. There is an advantage there, and that makes total sense.
Okay, but now, is that? But let me put it this way: who you think has a bigger? Here's my question: who do you think has a bigger advantage? One gamer who's playing on a TV with speaker, but the game is locked at 60 frames. The gamer on the other side, 30 frames, but has headphones. Who has the advantage? And they both equally skilled. They both equally skilled. Both equally skilled. Same controller, same monitor.
I might go with the headphones. I might go with the headphones on that, bro. I might go with the headphones on that. Yeah, because if you look at all the top gamers and stuff, man, you go up to them and take their headphones off, bro. See what happens.
Go up to them and take off
these headphones. They use these headphones for a reason, bro. Like,
well, let's be real here. I know what you're talking. I know you're getting it. You're talking about basically these Call of Duty elitist type of.
Yeah, you got to, because you can.
Yeah, they rely on footsteps
behind you or whatever. Yeah,
they rely on footsteps and they can't. True, but we're talking about reaction time, this, that, and the third. So yeah, sure, you might have the advantage with the sound. You can hear footsteps, but if my game's running at 60s,
hard to pick.
That's hard to pick. Below 30. I'm going to slaughter you 9 times out of 10 because my game reacts faster and everything of that nature, especially when my game doesn't drop.
But I get it. I get what he's getting at there. But at the same time, like,
it's a positive. He
could have articulated his point better. But I don't think he should have. I don't think he should have compared it. I think he should have just said, "Hey, headphones give you advantage too."
I don't think.
Which is true.
Just come out with a general blanket statement and say, "Oh, it's better for everybody this way."
Stop making like a white knight in a sense.
I agree.
All right. So so we're gonna all right. So we got our Game Awards. So any other? I heard, and Fonz's favorite game might show something. Sea of Thieves.
Oh,
they have they have something
Hey, bro, you know what I named that once? Hey, bro, last year, it was probably last year I started calling it No Man's Water, bro. No
No Man's Water.
No Man's Water.
Oh shit! Oh snap! I don't know, but I think it's that, and then supposedly a sixth entry to a certain franchise. What do y'all guys think it might be? I don't know.
Oh,
that's like so vague. Like it could be Halo 6, like
Rainbow Six.
And so no Halo 6. It could be what they're saying is a world premiere of a sixth entry to a trailer to a sixth entry of a franchise.
Sixth entry to a franchise, most likely Halo.
Like Halo 6, that would be
most likely Halo.
Could be Halo.
Come on, let's be real here. You really think they're going to announce another Gears after we just had Gears?
Well, 4 Gears, technically would be the 6, technically.
Yeah, I mean, saying, but you really think they're going to announce it this fast? We just had Gears.
It's gonna be Halo.
Halo. It's Halo.
Can you think of a multi-plat that's out there that could be the 6th entry?
Multi-plat?
Grand Theft Auto 6?
Nah, that's not coming out PS5, bro. They haven't even started production on it.
We'll be lucky if we see, if Red Dead 2 takes off like Grand Theft Auto 5, we probably won't see another game from them for like 8 years.
Yeah, we'll be old man by the time they come out.
Make the next one.
I really doubt it. It's what I'm saying. It's Western. What they really going to charge you? Like horses?
Hey, Randall Thor says
he said that was false.
Entry is false. Misinformation.
The what? What's false?
Sixth entry.
Misinformation.
Okay, you never said that? Okay.
I love Rand for that, bro.
So good job. Thanks. So it's just a franchise. So is it a new franchise? A returning franchise? I hate this vague shit.
I do too.
What do you guys hope? What would you like to see?
I want something new, man. I really don't want a 6th entry of any damn thing they already got on the market. I want something new.
That's true.
I mean, legit. How many damn Halos you're gonna buy? How many Gears you're gonna buy? But until you finally say I've had enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Low risk, high reward. You got
Halo's instant seller though. Halo's instant sell though. They're not gonna give up on that. It's an instant money maker for them.
Yeah, but compared to the
it's declining though.
Halo was doing what, 25 million copies, something like that last gen.
It's declining. Even look at Forza. Yeah,
it's declining drastically. So I can't even say it's a moneymaker anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, see, here's the thing though. Declining Halo is like saying how can I put this?
What, Gran Turismo?
No, how can I put? Not even. It's like, yeah, it's declining, but it's still bigger than most games out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's still
so declining Halo is better than a successful Persona. Let's put it that way.
okay.
You see what I'm saying? A declining Halo is
really
still
much more money.
It's an established franchise.
Yeah, it's gonna make a money.
Bought it specifically for Halo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A good chunk of these early adopters are like that. They buy the console for Halo or Gears day one. So I mean,
so that's
are you talking about like showing something at this video game show? Like,
supposedly, they're gonna show something like a trailer of something.
They have 15 games, unannounced games that they're showing at the show.
Oh, so it's 15. Holy shit!
Xbox?
No.
No.
Like platform specific.
I was gonna say.
I think it'd be. Hopefully, it's 5.
Shit, that would be better than Microsoft's E3.
At least one of those games is going to be for Microsoft. The rest is probably
multiplats. Really, I think most will be multiplat.
I'm hoping we see some of Red Dead, man. I want to see what's going on with that.
Rockstar is really quiet.
Window.
All right, so let's move on to the PlayStation experience. And from what I'm reading, I don't think there's going to be a keynote.
No,
I don't think they're doing one. No, there's not going to be a keynote.
There's a live stream event.
It's just going to be
Here's the thing, okay. So Sony is being very secretive about what they're trying to do here.
Yep.
I got my email confirmation and everything for the show, and they're hiding something. They're not saying. There's a lot of stuff so we really don't know what to expect. And I'm flying out tomorrow, and they still haven't told us what to expect there.
Yeah. So, but how are we gonna how are they gonna present the information to the public? Like
it's gonna live
show a new IP or something. Wait, what time though? The show, it says, speaking of PlayStation Presents, so this says right here, PlayStation Presents, so I guess that's closest thing to a live stream. The show will commence at 8 p.m. Pacific, so that's 11 p.m. Eastern. Next Friday, December 8th.
Yeah.
So this is going to be 11 p.m. on Friday for the East Coast.
Yeah, it's Cali time.
Yeah, so I'll be streaming at 11 p.m. Friday.
Well, is that
I'll be watching it.
Well, I don't know. Would it be streamed though, or is it just a show?
No, it's gonna be live streamed.
Yeah,
I got the email confirmation from a thing.
You can even watch it on your PlayStation.
Yeah.
They even gave us an app to download on your phone, and you can reserve spots in line. You can reserve picture time, autograph time, and stuff with different developers and stuff. So
yeah, but I thought that was all for the 8th and
here we go. So the PlayStation Experience, so Friday. So actually, PlayStation Experience proper will kick off on Saturday at 10 a.m.
Yeah,
but Friday they're doing a special PlayStation Presents at 8 p.m. Pacific. And if you can't see it in person, you'll be able to watch it online via PlayStation.com, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. So they are doing a live stream event. They're just not calling it a keynote speech, but they're calling it PlayStation Presents. So they are streaming something on Friday.
So since there's no keynote, this tells me there's not really going to be any bombshell dropped.
No, not necessarily.
I don't know.
So basically, what you're going to be seeing is just games. Which is what we want to see anyway. Is games. But because some people were speculating they may talk about like the PS5, but that ain't happening if there's no keynote.
No. PS5, that's not even close.
Yeah.
I don't think that would start.
That would kill momentum. I don't think they're even going to talk about it at E3 2018.
I think they will.
Why?
They'll talk about it at E3 because I think it's going to come out in 2019.
Oh hell no!
That's the 25th. Wait.
Hell no, not even close.
2019 is the 25th anniversary.
Hell no. Listen. Here's the real.
Yep.
The month Xbox One X launch, PlayStation has done the best they've ever done in 22 years of PlayStation. Do you think I'm going to announce a console that's going to kill my Steam? If I was Sony, I'm doing the best ever. Fuck that. Buy my shit.
If it's at the end of 2019, they're still going to sell PlayStations. They're still going to be putting out games up until that point. So I think that makes sense on the 25th anniversary.
I don't care. I don't know. I'll be honest.
Well, what about something maybe at CES? Do you think maybe they can let something?
I don't think they're doing anything
because That's not their cup of tea.
I don't think.
Okay.
Sony with this PlayStation experience now, they control the narrative. They get to shape whatever they want you to know and how they want you to receive it. Every console from now on will be announced at their own PlayStation experience.
Yeah. Well, they got to shape some release dates. I mean, the games are fine, but I would like to see a release date for Detroit Become Human. I mean,
I'm looking at this. I'm gonna look at it this way. Look at PS3. If there was any one console that they had to move on quickly, it was that one. And that one, they didn't move on for at least 7 years on that one. That one was out for 7 years. And if there was one console they had to hit the stop button and try to reinitiate next gen as quick as possible, it would have been that console. And they stuck it for 7 years.
But that also was a weird generation. That generation lasts the longest ever in history.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If there was ever a time to stop the bleeding, it would have been last gen.
Well, the PlayStation 3 still sold.
I mean, yeah, but what I'm saying is it's definitely not doing what the PS4 is doing now in any metric. Yeah. In any metric, from console sales to game sales to online sales, there is no metric that PS3 is matching PS4 at any level, right? And they still was pushing that console for 7 years. They still pushed it for a solid 7 years.
They did. You're right. I agree.
So at a minimum, 2020, if they kept with a 7-year timeline. And there was no refresh either. There was no mid-gen refresh.
Right.
7 solid years with PS3. And if there was ever time to cut the umbilical cord and be like, hey, we got to move on from this piece of shit because this console's killing us, it would have been that console. And they didn't. They stuck with 7 years on that one.
Yep. Try to come back here.
I don't think we're going to see a new console until 2020, maybe 2021.
It's why I think 2020. You're not.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing.
It's 2019. End of 2019, bro.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I do not believe Sony's going to do another mid-gen refresh because the PS Slim is selling way too much for them to be like, what's even the point? Just to appease a few people for this. It just, yeah, I don't think it was worth. I mean, I'm not saying I don't think it was worth it for you guys who got it, but but you got to look at the way Sony said it. They invested as much money into the Pro as they did with the base model, yet the base model is killing the market. So they're probably like, what's the point? Like, what do we really accomplish with the Pro?
I think with the mid-gen refreshes on both sides, I think both companies are probably thinking, you know, they've opened up a box here that they didn't expect to when it comes to some of the, like what's going on now with the whole PUBG thing and these, you know, some of these Xbots crying about the 30 versus 60 stuff. It's like it's opened up a box that they really didn't think that was going to happen, but it sucks, man. Like, I don't think either company will do it again. No. I think that the mid-gen refresh is gone. Mm-hmm. I think aside from, you know, those what do they call it? Refinement periods where they come out with a slimmer model.
Yeah, like the slim, make it cheaper. So, what I think, and another reason why I think 2020, 2021, because I think 2019 is the start of like new architecture, and I think that's what they want to go with. So I think they're gonna want to wait. So that way, because I think Sony
still makes sense for that, bro. End of 2019 makes a lot of sense, and I think that Sony's going to do that because they want to take back that power narrative as well. I think they want to do that as well.
I see it like this, my dude. They want to push 100 million units. That's what Sony said. They believe Spider-Man is going to push 100 million, you know, PS4s. So it makes no sense for it to come out in 2019. What they should do, and it's most likely this is going to happen, they're going to wait to the end of 2019, and you're going to have, like, you know, one of those conferences like they did in February where they show off the banner, show off the controller, the software, the specs, and then 2020 you'll get the actual console reveal.
So the reveal is the same year as the like what they did with the PS4.
Exactly.
Reveal it the same year as it launched.
February 20th.
Yeah, February was when they did it in 2013. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, the Spider-Man.
How much? Let me ask you this.
That's a good point because I know a lot of people that just follow comic books and movies, and all they've asked. I mean, we do comics and coffee on Saturday, and that's the number one question is, what can I play Spider-Man on PC? And I said, no, so far not yet. You know, you got to have a PlayStation. So that could be the game that puts them over. If they haven't gotten it for the God of Wars yet or something like that, they're waiting for that.
Like the Spider-Man.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. Spider-Man is the most popular superhero in the world. Sells the most in the world.
The Iron Spider suit from the Avengers trailer. So I mean,
it's all just speculation. We're all just speculating here, guys. So don't.
Yeah, it is speculation.
Like, calling us out. No, it's no way it could be this way.
No, it's not
known, but I'm saying, most likely, I'm saying it wouldn't be a good marketing or smart decision on their end to come out in 2019 with a PS5. Just not smart.
Yeah. How much? Let me ask you this: the next generation, how much do you think the console is going to cost?
$400.
I'm up at the ends at $500.
I think $500.
$400.
You can justify that price tag.
It has to be $500, man.
$400.
They have to step their game up and not.
CPU is the main problem.
Try to give you a rehashed CPU. And everything. They're gonna have to go all out, man.
It's got a lot of potential, but it will never achieve that potential because the CPU gives
exactly.
It
would never
$499. Yep, $499 for sure.
It's
$500 is not a bad price. I mean,
listen, I paid what, $499? I paid like $599 for my PS3 back in the day, and looking at now, that was the dumbest decision,
bro. I paid $700 for a Panasonic 3DO. I don't want to hear shit.
Same here, man.
Come on, I was fucked over with that. You started the same time I did.
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
All right. Shout out to Ripper Clash. Thank you so much for the $1 super chat donation. I'm saying $3.99 because here's the thing. You got to think of the long-term game, right? It's not just about the hardcore who initially buys a console. You have to look at it trying to get the price down as quick as possible for the casuals. That's just listen.
For the stuff that box that we need to get, it'll be too cheap. You know what? I can meet you in the middle and say maybe $450, maybe.
I'm telling you, man. Listen, I'm telling you, bro. This happens all the time.
The OG Xbox One was $500. The X is $500. They're not going to give you a next generation platform for cheaper than what the old games gave.
Listen, this is another reason why. This is another reason why I say 2020. Because a $399 console built in 2020 is not the same as a $399 console built in 2016. It's not the same.
I get that.
Ryzen will probably be dirt cheap in 2020.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying it's $500 because of the Ryzen CPU. Most likely, Mark Cerny is looking at that Ryzen CPU. I know he's got that on his radar. Most likely, he will go with AMD still. You know what I'm saying, with the Vega. He might push AMD Vega for PS5 with a Ryzen type CPU in there. That's what they need to go for. So $500 is most likely the price tag. Not gonna be $400.
I don't think so.
Listen, if there's guys right now that think $500 is okay for the Xbox One X,
really?
Why would they not have a problem with the next generation?
Let me ask you something. But when you say guys, how many guys? Like that's the thing you got to talk about. So you got to think of. Listen, you got to listen.
If Microsoft had the same content that Sony has, that $500 would be like a drop in the bucket.
No, it would not. No, it would not. Man.
I think that's the
point. Right.
There's a reason why I bet $60. Right. But you got to think of the long game in some of these consoles.
Yeah, you have to. You have to think of the
right. You don't believe that people would buy it if it had the same amount of games that Sony's got. Not the same exclusive, but they had their own exclusives that were legit. Something
the big one.
Yeah. On top of that, they had their own thing going on. You don't think it was so?
Not for $500. Not like that. No.
What are you talking about? People who spent $500 on Kinect, bro. Come on.
Exactly.
And on top of that, if you think about it, the only thing they didn't deliver on the main promise that they delivered, but what if they did deliver 4K 60 uncompromised?
Yeah.
Listen, let's get a couple of things straight. Let's take this back to 2013 first, when Xbox was $500 and whatchamacallit. It's so good, right? Obviously, PlayStation killed it because it was $100 cheaper. Notice killed it, but let's go with Xbox. All right. Look what it took for people to be thirsty for that Xbox One, and you talk about a console that it took 8 years of being in a dry spell because 360 came out in 2005. And then to have the next Xbox come out in 2013, people hardcore bought it just because they just needed something new because it's been 8 years since anything came out. You understand? That's no more. So that's a factor. All right. That's a huge factor. All right. The only reason why Xbox One was able to drop in price quickly was because they removed the Kinect. Okay, but make no mistake, if the console was $500 natively, meaning no camera, the console was built natively at $500, it would have been a bigger disaster because they wouldn't be able to drop the price. You know, let me put it this way. Let's take the One X, right? The One X is $500. And let's say at a rate of 1 year, they drop the price by $50 every year. That means in 2018 is $450, 2019 $400, 2020 $350. $350. Now imagine if Sony releases a brand new console for $400 that's more powerful than a One X that's only $50 cheaper. People will be like, wait a minute.
It would be amazing.
You have to drop. Listen, you have to drop the price quickly. Listen, consoles don't sell at $500. They never did. Consoles sell at sub $300. Always have. Always.
That's because they never had the content.
Bro.
It doesn't matter. Console sells under $300.
Matter, my dude.
Every console.
That launch
Every console.
1 or 2 good games, and then the rest be like filler ports.
Yes. You have to have the content.
We had Infamous Second Son, which was one, and we had, what was the other one? Killzone Shadowfall, right? That was the other one. So Killzone Shadowfall, that, and then we had like NBA and a few other things.
Yeah. But Rock, I'll tell you right now, if a PS5 were to come out at the end of 2019, or even at the beginning of 2020, or even at the end of 2020, and it was $500, people would buy it in droves. People would be rushing out there to get the PS5.
And another thing you fail to realize too, most likely the PS5 will be backwards compatible.
Hold up. People at launch will buy it, all the launch, and then it will like.
It's not cell architecture based PC.
People at launch, November, December, sure, they'll buy it. January, it'll be dead in the water.
Put a rock. The same.
Ain't nobody's buying $500 consoles in February. Ain't nobody buying $500 consoles.
Sony has already said, they have said that the PlayStation 4 has never let off steam, whether it was at $399, whether it was at $350, once it got down to $299, the system kept selling no matter what because people found value in it.
But it didn't launch at $500. That's what I'm saying. $400 is the acceptable price point to start the gen. It's acceptable. $500, that holds a whole different.
Listen, that's
when you price tag.
$500 is acceptable if you got the content to back it up.
Nah.
Exactly.
No, you guys are gonna kill this man, bro. You guys sound like Zaire, bro.
Porter Rock. Let me break it down to you like this.
It's bro. If you got the content to back it up, you would take the price up.
All right. Let me.
You gotta listen. You got to look at it this way. In the 360 era, they were dominating, right? So when they were coming out with that Xbox One, they dropped it at a $500 price point because they were so cocky and confident. They knew that they could sell that based on what they've had with their library with the 360. But then we all know about the fuck ups they did with Don Matrick and stuff. But no, that console still sold well at $500. The console will still do well. The PlayStation 5 would do amazing at $500.
Okay. So let me ask you this. I'm gonna play a game. You say as long as you have the content, it'll sell for $500, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So riddle me this.
Be backwards compatible.
So riddle me this. Since when does Sony push a lot of content at the start of a gen? Please remind me whenever that happened.
Well, they'll have the backwards compatible librry.
Oh, so hold up. If
the content is there, that's what we're saying.
I'm gonna get you through now. So you're telling me
the content was there.
So you're telling me PS4 games is gonna sell PS5 games. We're doing that now. That's what we're doing now.
No. Listen. Put it right now. P-Rock. When do you think The Last of Us 2 is gonna drop? When do you think
it's gonna on the PS4?
No. I'm saying when. When do you think it's gonna release? Next year? The year
2019.
Right now, people say 2019, right? Okay. What's the chance that game is gonna be like Grand Theft Auto, the original Last of Us, where it launched on the previous gen and it launched on the next gen?
So you're telling me a cross-gen game is gonna sell a PS5?
We have that anyway on every game.
We kind of got that on the
You're sounding like an Xbox dude, though, right now. You're sounding like an Xbox dude. So PS4, listen to what you're saying. So PS4 games is going to sell the PS5?
No, what I'm saying is, if the content is there, no matter what.
No. Porter Rock.
What content, though? What content?
Porter Rock.
Just as
You look at
what content?
Take any game like
The Last of Us 2.
Let's say The Last of Us 2. Listen.
Enhanced games.
Listen. Take like Last of Us or Horizon Zero Dawn. These games have already solidified a sale for some people with the PS5. That is what we're saying. We're not necessarily saying you're just going to have a whole backwards compatible library. We're saying that these games have already sold PS5s to people. They want to see the next iteration of this game, so they will buy that PS5. Now,
but that's only a few hardcore dudes.
To ask you, no, it's not, Puerto Rock.
Yes, listen, a person's not going to buy a 540.
You want your PS5 to have a Jaguar CPU? Is that what you're asking?
No.
Because
but who says it's going to have it?
You need to spend the money for the tech, bro. And if they come out with a PS5 at the end of 2019 or 2020, it's going to have the latest and greatest tech for
this
console.
generation has taught us. This
a 399 PS4 in 2020 is going to have the proper hardware.
Listen, here's the thing. It can't be
spoken their mind about.
It's gonna have it. It's gonna have a
Sony has already said
it's
not going to be a half step. It's not going to be a minor upgrade. They're going to wait, and it's going to have to be a leap above, because you're going to have to show people. This is why you need to make the leap. The Pro, they already said, look, the Pro was tailor-made for the 4K people, the people to take advantage of their 4K TVs if they had it. That's what in VR. That's what it was for. It was not to take you to that next gen step. So this is why they priced it at $399, which is great. The X, on the other hand, they hyped it up like it was going to take you to the next step, but it didn't quite get there. But they still gave you a $500 price tag. But with Sony, when they come out, they're going to have to show you way up and beyond what the Pro and the Slim is giving you, and therefore, that's
not going to be that hard. You're talking about using hardware that's 2019, 2020. It's not going to be that hard.
But that hardware is not. But Rock,
hardware, it's not going to be that hard.
It's not going to be cheap.
We have hardware now.
I'm saying most of these consoles use shovelware parts as it is to get.
Let's be real. Ryzen's out right now.
Yeah, it's out.
A Ryzen CPU right now outclasses what we have. So how cheap is the Ryzen CPU today in 2020?
Yeah, that most likely be the most expensive thing in the console that you're paying for when it comes to the price.
Yeah, but it's going to be dirt cheap in 3-4 years.
Yeah, but they're not going to give you the base
guarantee that it will be the price that we want it to be, that we hope it will be.
Puerto Rock, you're the one. Puerto Rock, you're the guy think long term, right? So they want to have something in this console that is going to be there for the long haul. They don't want another mid-gen refresh. They're going to put the best of the best in this thing, and at $500, that's not a bad price.
They're even talking about putting NVIDIA GPUs in there. That means it'll have its own.
They're not going NVIDIA. Hell no. They already tried that. NVIDIA's too. They're terrible. They're terrible. NVIDIA's a terrible company. That's why Microsoft went away with them, because they're not console friendly.
No, they signed a crappy contract. That's what that was.
No, NVIDIA. No, I'm saying NVIDIA's not a very console friendly company. They don't give a fuck. They overcharge. Well, I don't say overcharge. They don't cut slack for console developers. That's why everyone left them. They're not a very good company to work with to get the GPUs. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying this. I'll put it this way. This is going to be interesting, but I don't think the next PlayStation will come 500. I don't think it will. I think they're going to bring the best performance out for $100.
One thing that we do know, and we can all agree to this, the next generation has to be 4K 60 uncompromised. None of that. None of the other stuff. It has to.
Y'all can forget about that too. It's gotta be 1440p. Y'all can forget about. Y'all can forget about Lock 60. You can forget about that also.
It has to be.
It's not gonna be.
Dog, 60 is the.
You're not gonna get it. You're not gonna get it. You're not gonna get it.
Purpose there.
You want Lock 60? You want Lock 60?
But you're gonna get 4K 30.
Majority of console gamers don't even know what frame rate is. They don't even know what it is.
Come on, no. But once they listen,
oh my God.
I'm being honest. Listen. Here's the thing. I'm being real with my hobby.
You're tripping, dude.
Listen, no, I'm being real with my hobby. If you guys haven't accepted this, most console gamers don't even know what a frame rate is.
You're telling me right now that 60 frames, that you wouldn't want your next console, the next generation console, to produce 60 frames or be capable of 60 frames on these games.
There's a difference between what I want and what I know I'm going to get. I'm a console gamer not because of performance, but because of first-party support.
Okay, now I understand why you think it's going to be a $400 console.
Yeah,
it makes total sense.
Exactly, because these consoles aren't designed with you and me in mind.
Yeah, I really think
they never were.
So you just
that's why I find it funny. That's why. Listen. That's why.
Slightly
Listen.
enhanced,
Hold on.
like 20-30% more hands.
This is why I find it. This is why I find it funny when people had a heart attack about PUBG not being 60 on Xbox One X. I'm like, did you expect anything?
That's a given. I mean, these dudes.
No, it's a console. It's a console.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
You're gonna get what you're gonna get.
They promised 4K 60 with the Xbox One X.
Okay.
In Puerto Rock, you're wrong. Look, let me tell you how to get 4K.
That's why they had a heart attack.
60. Hold on, this is important. I announced this now.
Go ahead.
PUBG 60 on the X. You put in PUBG. Somebody's echoing. Put in PUBG. You go to settings. You go to graphics. You hit LBM. That's a little bit more. And your Xbox X.
The whole point is this. Here's the point of saying everybody wants to do what a PC gamer does. You're not going to get that on console.
I agree.
Listen, a developer, if the game is playable at 30, they're going to give you 30, and they're going to use all the extra resources to give you the best graphically looking game. That's what they're going to do. They're not going to give you, like, if you want lock 60 across everything, you got to go to PC. And this is not me being a fanboy. With your Nintendo game or PlayStation game or PC.
And here's the thing. You don't understand. The reason why they don't do that is because our CPUs are dog shit.
Exactly.
But if they could, they are giving us modes in some of these games with the Pro and with the X. They are giving us certain 60-frame modes because when the games can't handle it, they're going to do that. And that is all I'm saying is that we want competent machines. We want machines to be capable of doing 60 frames. We're not saying that we want every developer to force feed us 60. No, but if it's possible and a developer wants to do that, they should be able to do that on that platform. I want a console that's capable of that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
There
is no excuse.
His point. Y'all remember when the PS4 dropped? How long did it take for PC to for people to talk about PC surpassing these consoles?
Oh yeah, it was instantly.
Wasn't it instantly, or was it was like 3 months in, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, these consoles are not even touching my PC. So I'm pretty sure Sony wants to at least make a console that is future proof in terms of I'm saying pushing that to the side.
I don't really.
It's gonna be a little hard to pull off.
Console versus PC thing. I don't really believe that. If people leave console to PC, it's not that many.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody's saying it's.
No, we're not saying that. We're just saying
PC. What I'm saying is the issues that we have now are. You had Microsoft trying to compare their unit to a high-end PC, right? So they brought the PC market to the console. You should never do that. But the mere fact that these mid-gen refreshers are playing some games in 4K, they do have high resolution textures and some of the other benefits and stuff like that. With just mid-gen refreshers, so the next gen should go ahead and take it the rest of the way there. We're almost there.
Yeah.
Fact. We're almost there. We're not that far away from it. So I mean, then you got games like Days Gone and Rise of Zero Dawn and.
Let me ask you this:
that extra $100, you'd gladly pay that.
Yes.
That's what we're saying. That is what we want.
Yeah,
I know. But you're talking about. I understand.
In Puerto Rock, Donnie D said, if you can't afford that extra $100, we have a console for you.
PS4.
It's not locked at 500.
Exactly.
It's gonna come down in price.
It's not how. It's not
day one because the tech you got.
Listen, it's not about what certain specific individuals for. Listen, what you guys are saying, I swear to God, it's like I'm talking to Zaire all over again. I swear to God. I'm like, it's not going to be the average people to pay this money.
No,
it's fucked out.
Dude.
It's just tripping out.
Did
you not see the ass kicking Slim gave everybody? Did you not witness this?
But it was Puerto Rock. You're bypassing the fact that the PlayStation at $399 was still superior in performance and more powerful. You're forgetting that when you're doing your comparison. So you have $500 console, and then you have a $400.
All right,
console.
so I could break that thing down too. There was a couple of times where Xbox One legitimately beat PS4 every time NPD. No, I'm not talking about performance. I'm talking about NPD, where gamers chose, despite superior performance, despite knowing what games were coming out PS4, there were people who bought the Xbox One to the point where Xbox One won NPD, and that price point was every single time the Xbox One was $100 cheaper. Every time Xbox One had $100 cheaper price point, it won NPD. Every time. Despite the shit talking of fucking whatchamacallit, of DRM, despite the weak or whatever, despite shitty games, when Xbox One had $100 difference for a month, they won NPD.
Puerto Rock, this whole generation, the Xbox has only won 7 NPD months
but listen
out of 48 months.
Listen to what I'm saying. Every time that Xbox had $100 difference, it won NPD. You know what I'm saying?
You know why? Because people saw value in it being
that exactly.
Yeah, they saw value in that,
bro.
But
exactly.
I'll tell you what. You and I both know. We all know in this podcast. If the Xbox, the original OG Xbox One, didn't have the Kinect in there, and it would have dropped at $399, and it would have been on par in performance as the PlayStation, we would have a different race going forward. I'm not going to say that Sony would have lost, but I'm just saying it would be a total different landscape. But you had all those factors.
Listen, if Xbox would have launched at 350 or 300 with the same performance, not the same performance PS4, with what it is now, weaker performance, it still would have been fine. People would have not cared that it's a weaker console. They wouldn't care.
Yes.
They wouldn't care if the game was 220p. They wouldn't care.
To some degree.
They wouldn't care.
I think a lot of people were pissed off with a lot of the things that were said by Microsoft in the beginning. I know I was. Yeah. That's why I didn't.
But $500 takes everything to. Let me ask you this: if Xbox One X was $400, launched at $400, would people criticize One X the way we're criticizing now?
No.
Fuck no.
It would have been a better. Listen,
you would be a dumbass
to compromise. Puerto Rock, you are willing to compromise. Okay, when the price is right. When the price is not right, you're definitely not going to fucking compromise at all.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You know, that's what. Listen, I know. Everybody who talks on YouTube, the hardcore gamers, they'll pay whatever price to get the very best platform. But you got to think of the long-term game of getting the price down as fast as possible, getting the console in the hands of consumers as fast as possible. Because sure, developers love to make graphics. No, but it doesn't matter because some people are just not going to pay $500. They're going to be like, well, I'm gonna wait till the price drop. The longer you make people wait, the less console sales you get. Consoles shit don't get better for developers without consoles.
Listen, there are people right now are waiting for a price drop on the Switch before they get one.
Mm-hmm.
That is very. Those people, they were gonna wait regardless. Those people,
no, it's not the same.
They didn't see the value enough to pony up $299 for that system.
It's not the same because what if Switch launched at $500? How many people that did buy it would say, you know what, I'm not gonna buy
the value. That's my point. But you have to see the value in it. We see the value of spending an extra $100 to make sure you don't get the compromise.
But here's the question: how many people out there see it the way you see it, and how long before they make the jump to buy the console?
The last 4 years, Puerto Rock, all we've been doing is fighting in this invisible war over the same crap we're talking about now. You don't think the Xbox guys would have, even right now, they're like, well, we got the most powerful console, and I paid an extra $100 to get it. Yeah. Well, fine, they're satisfied with that. Sony guys, when PS5 come, are you willing to pay an extra $100 to get that uncompromised performance? Hell yeah.
I know the X, and look, I know the X's shortcomings, and I'm happy with it. I like it. I think it's a good console. But for $500, let's just put it this way. Let's wrap this up by saying this, Puerto Rock. We all hope that it's $400 and it's a badass console. We all hope that. But I'm just saying, realistically speaking, if it is at a $500 price point at launch, I will buy it.
Of course you would buy it, but the question is how many people along with you will buy it? The hardcore, yeah. And how long can, throughout the year, PS4 sales be sustained at $500?
I guess we'll never know that until
it's
fruition.
We won't know that until we see the actual lineup.
I'll tell you this: as long as the games are there,
that is true. Though.
There, if right now in the shape that the Xbox X is in, if they would have launched with some compelling hardware, if they would have launched with some compelling games, that damn thing would be flying off the shelves. I mean, believe it. I know. I bought like freaking 6 of those things.
Yeah, bro,
you didn't have any software.
Listen, J-Dub, you have like a $3,000 racing setup in your house. You are not the average cat. You are not. You're comparing yourself with the average dude. You bugging. You give away Xbox One X's. Stop it, bro.
I get it.
You can't compare yourself to the average consumer. But you're giving away One X's. There's people scrapping by just to buy a fucking PS2. Like that's not how it is.
And I'm that dude that bought that Panasonic 3DO for $700. So come on. I mean, you know, I tried to get everything growing up, and
$100 is not that much more than what we've paid previously. I think all of us have bought an Xbox One at one point in time. I mean, I bought one at launch.
I didn't buy one at launch. Fuck no. I bought mine for $60.
No, I didn't buy it at launch.
I wasn't paying. Listen, the last time I paid over $400 for a console was the PS3 of $600, and I will never do that again. I will never pay a $600 console ever again. Never again. I don't give a fuck what it has.
If PS5 comes out, and it's amazing, and it has the games you want to play, you will pay $500.
It's not gonna have the games I'm going to play alone.
You don't have a pro, right?
And you guys, listen, and you guys still haven't answered my question. What games is the launch PS5 going to have?
Last of Us.
We don't know yet. We don't know.
Last of Us.
It's not going to have. Listen,
we'll find out at PSX.
Let's be real. Let's be real. Since when has Sony been good at launching great games at launch on their platform? Let's be honest.
No, not just Microsoft though.
They never. It takes them like 2-3 years to get their wheels going.
Here's the thing, Porter Rock. Okay,
they've
learned. No, I'm not going to damage control, but listen, they've learned so much this generation about how they effed up last generation. So they did it totally different. They know starting out the gate, they're going to have compelling software. So there's going to be backwards compats. There's going to be new games ready to fire off. You don't think you're going to see something from...
Nope.
They have a million studios. You don't think that...
You know why? Because Sony supports their previous platform to the last drop. That's why they never have compelling software at the start. They can't do both.
And that is why they're going to drop it at the end of 2019 and still work on the PS4 as well. They'll be selling consoles still there. And they're going to drop it in 2019. Watch it. Bet.
If you were Z, I would take your money. I swear, Jay Fonzarelli.
Hey, I ain't got the money. Hey, I ain't got the money to fucking bet, bro.
I know, man. We got kids. If you were Z, I will pull the bet. I'll be like, you know what, Z? I'm gonna take more of your money. But shit. Anyway, yo, this has been a crazy podcast and stuff like that. All right, so we're gonna do some shout outs. We've been here for almost 2 hours and stuff like that. So hey, we're gonna start with Craig Harris, man. Hello, Craig.
No, I'm here. Yeah, I was here. I was in the chat. Yeah, man, I appreciate the Vine, man, and man, I really enjoyed it. Thanks for having me, and J-Dub, you all have fun out there. Be careful. Hope you all have a real good time. We're looking forward to the streams. And Jay Fonz, always a professional, always bringing that passion. Ryan, the professional, first time on a podcast with you. I appreciate you being here, and shout out to you again, Porter Rock, 2,000 subs. Just keep up the good work, brother. And if and when you move, we'll keep it going. We'll keep the light on for you over here.
I was just gonna. We'll see how that pans out. Let me do a couple more super chats. My man Lionel Buggin, he said $400 for a PS5. If more PS4s will surpass 150 mil. You know, my man Lionel's a smart dude, bro. That's why he's there.
Well, and Sony always pushes consoles, though.
And Super Jamaican, come on, guys. In 2020, P-Rock will still have a 1080p TV. That's right, bro. And I'll still, and with that same TV, I'll still bust your ass in Street Fighter 5.
Hilarious.
Oh man, these guys are brutal. All right, my man Fonz, always a pleasure having you here.
Yeah, I pissed off some people. I apologize to some of the folks out there. Not Crap Gamer though. Fuck that dude. Anyway, you can find me at Jay Fonzarelli on Twitter and here on YouTube. And also I have a new podcast I just started called the Loot Chest Radio Podcast, and it's out on iTunes, Stitcher, everywhere where podcasts are. And it's just a real down to earth, just podcast about all console gaming. So check that out. And I just want to say what's up to the chat. Great guys in the chat, even if I've argued with some of you or whatnot. All these dudes are good guys, man.
Excellent. Yeah, man. Oh, definitely. I'll put the information in the description box. Definitely check out Loot Chest Radio.
Loot Chest Radio, yeah.
Luchess Radio. Why did you name it Luchess? Is it because of all the craziness?
Yeah, because of all the craziness. And I was like, you know what? Let me spin this and make it something better. You know, I want to put a positive spin on this situation. So
that's pretty funny. Luchess Radio. That's pretty good. Wait till you start your Patreon. They'll be like, oh, great. We're going to get randomized Luchess podcast. That's awesome, man. I wish you a lot of luck and success with that.
I appreciate it,
that
man.
Sounds pretty cool.
Hey, man, congratulations on the 2,000 subs. That's amazing, dude. Really awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man. It came a long way, man. I still remember when I had like 100 subs and I was on
I was actually
Post Game Report.
I remember I followed you back then, and you only had a few hundred subs, man. Yeah. So
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's a surreal thing to watch your channel grow. It really is.
Shit. Yeah. All right. My man J Dub City, my man who wants consoles to cost $1,000 simply because he couldn't afford it. I swear, yo, J Dub, fucking PS5 is $500. You gotta give me one. I'm not playing this. I'm gonna blame it on you. I'm gonna hold you responsible.
Right.
Okay, what's going on, man? J Dub, what's up?
All right, everybody, it's your boy J Dub, aka Kratos, the god of PlayStation. You guys can find me on Twitter at JDubCity16. I'm always keeping you guys laughing with the gifts and the memes. I will be at PSX17. I'll be in the house. And I'll try to do some streaming and post some pictures and stuff like that. So you guys watch out for that. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit the like button to all these gentlemen on the panel. Bunch of great guys. Again, Porter Rock, man, it's an honor to be, on your podcast, part of your show every now and then. It's just an honor. Again, I'm a fan. I'm a fan first for all you guys. So again, guys, just catch me on Twitter.
All right. Definitely. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Kratos Claus, man, giving out gifts left and right. All right. And finally, Ryan the Professional, thank you for stopping by, brother.
Yeah, I already know, man. Shout out to everybody that's out there. I'm glad everybody enjoyed the show. It was good to talk to everybody. Congratulations to you on 2,000 subscribers. Congratulations. Man, it's we in for a hell of a week, man. One hell of a week.
Definitely. Yeah, so most likely tomorrow I'll be streaming the game show. So if anybody wants to participate, let me know. I'll send you the link and stuff like that, and we'll just see the surprises, whatever. But hey, to everybody in the chat, I appreciate it. The chat's been outstanding. Everybody's been participating, stuff like that. Thank you so much. I want to give special shout outs.
Stop 1 second. You actually got my Twitter thing wrong in the description.
Do I?
Yeah,
let me fix it. All right, it changed. Oh, that's right, because you did the whole thing. All right, so I'll update it.
Other than that, I'm had a blast, and thanks for inviting me as always. And to all my my dudes from my pen that's in the chat. I'll see y'all later.
Definitely.
Hey, thank you for coming through. For the super chat, Lionel, Daniel J, Super Jamaican, thank you so much for supporting the channel. If everybody don't know, I have the sponsorship tab open up where you can sponsor my channel, and you'll get these. I already have the icons up for badges and stuff like that. But again, this is not something that I'm not like other channels where I demand or whatever. Because the main thing is you guys just showing up, rocking out with me, hitting the comment section, following me on Twitter. That's the main shit. You guys are just part of the fam, and I appreciate that more than anything else, right? But everything else, to the panel, thank you so much. To everybody else listening, I appreciate it. This is your boy, Porter Rock 77. Thank you so much for helping me reach 2K. And here's to another 2K, and another 2K, and another, and another. And you know what I'm saying? And I'll be goddamn if PlayStation 5 is for $500. Fuck that. Thanks.